Students, myself Sarita, biology lecturer, Government Girls Senior Secondary School, Jandiala. Today we will study infertility and assisted reproductive technologies (ART). So first of all, we should know what is infertility. Infertility is the failure to conceive even after 1 or 2 years of regular unprotected sex. Or it is a biological inability of an individual to contribute to conception. The females, they are unable to carry the pregnancy to the full term. So 7 to 26% of the couples worldwide, they are infertile. Sterility means complete inability to produce offspring, so it is entirely different from fertility. So what are the causes of infertility in common? So there are delayed marriages or the childbearing, sexually transmitted diseases like gonorrhea, syphilis, AIDS. Hormonal contraceptions may also result in infertility. Abortions, obesity, environmental pollutions, they also are the causes of infertility. Now we will study causes of infertility in females. Age plays important role in infertility. The older a woman is, the higher her chances of becoming infertile. Ovulation disorders, that is the release of the egg or menstrual cycle, or any complications which are related to release of the ova. So other cause may be fallopian tubes. They are blocked due to pelvic inflammatory disease. Pelvic inflammatory disease is caused by bacteria which spreads from the vagina to the uterus or to the fallopian tubes and to the ovaries. Another cause may be the endometriosis. Endometriosis is the condition when the tissues that lines the uterus, they come out and grow outside the uterus. So this condition also leads to infertility in females. Now causes of infertility in males. Euspermia. So this is absence of sperms or lack of sperms. Inability of the males to ejaculate normally. Or varicocele, that is the veins in the scrotum, they have become enlarged. As a result, they heat the inside of the scrotum and there is which affects the sperm production. Tetrospermia is the condition when the percentage of the sperms shapes the shape of the sperms, it is abnormal. Then there is oligospermia. Oligospermia is the low sperm count. It is also the cause of infertility in males. Now, when there are clinics like infertility clinics or specialized hospitals to diagnose the treatment and of the infertility, but when the treatments are not sufficient, the couples, they are assisted with assisted reproductive techniques so they can have children. Now what are ARTs? So ART involves the techniques like artificial insemination, in vitro fertilization and surrogacy. Assisted reproductive technologies uses the procedures like in the lab, where the eggs and the sperms, they are manipulated in the lab and they are made to fertilize. It involves surgically removing the eggs from the woman and combining with the sperms in the lab. So it is also known as in vitro fertilization, which takes place outside the body. So there are various methods of ARTs, assisted reproductive technologies: in vitro fertilization, IVF, ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection, GIFT, gamete intrafallopian transfer, ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer, and surrogacy. So these are all methods which assist the infertile couples to have children. So first of all, we will study in vitro fertilization. In vitro fertilization is a method in which the eggs and the sperms they are fertilized outside the uterus. The resulting embryo are then transferred back into the uterus. At which stage the embryo is transferred into the uterus, that name is accordingly given to it. So in case of in vitro fertilization, the woman is given hormone treatment to stimulate the egg production. Multiple eggs are taken from the ovaries of the woman. Then in a lab, the eggs are mixed with the sperms in a culture, and when they become fertilized after the incubation period, they are implanted in the uterus of the female, where the future process of pregnancy takes place. Now, first method of IVF is zygote intrafallopian transfer. Here, the zygote is placed in the oviduct or the fallopian tube when it is less than 8 blastomeres. The condition is known as ZIFT because zygote is transferred inside the fallopian tube. Because the fertilized egg is transferred directly into the tubes, the procedure also can be called as TET, that is tubal embryo transfer. How ZIFT is performed? Woman's ovaries are stimulated with the medications. So eggs are collected through aspiration. The eggs are fertilized in the lab, and after 24 hours they are transferred into the oviduct. The fertilized eggs are placed in the oviduct with the help of laparoscopy, and a catheter is utilized. The final step is the further pregnancy steps. Now, the condition is that if the process involves the transfer of the embryo when it is more than 8 cell stage, then it is known as embryo transfer. So embryos are placed in the uterus of the female. The embryo transfer, embryos are placed in the woman uterus. So the embryos can either be fresh or frozen, preserved can be taken. And the last step is the type of fertility treatments are given. Now the next is intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection involves the direct injection of the sperm into the egg obtained in vitro fertilization. So the sperms they are injected into the ova with the help of a needle like pipette. Because the egg covering is hard, so it has to be penetrated inside the egg. This is carried out if the number of the sperms is very less, then this method is adopted. Next method is gamete intrafallopian transfer. Here in case of GIFT, it is also known as GIFT. If the ovaries are unable to produce the egg, or egg is produced but it is not picked up by the ampulla, then Eggs from the donor are taken and mixed with the husband's sperms, and both these gametes are placed inside the oviduct. Here, the natural fertilization takes place in the oviduct or the fallopian tube. It is fertilization is not carried out inside the lab. The gametes are placed in the fallopian tubes. Therefore, it is known as GIFT. GIFT is assisted reproductive procedure which involves removing of female eggs, mixing with the sperm, then placing in the fallopian tube. So one of the main difference between ZIFT or IVF procedure different from GIFT is that here the fertilization occurs inside the fallopian tube in case of GIFT. So next method is artificial insemination. Here the sperms are collected and placed in the vagina or cervical canal or the uterus of the female. Here catheter is utilized in order to insert the sperms. This method is carried out if the number of the sperms is very less, or the sperms they are less motile. So with the help of catheter they are introduced into the vagina of the female, then they pass to the uterus and they fuse with the egg. Or it may be also carried out if the husband is unable to produce the sperms. So next is IUI. IUI is intrauterine insemination. Is a fertility treatment which involves placing the sperms inside the uterus to facilitate fertilization. The main aim of the IUI, intrauterine insemination, is the number of sperms which reaches the fallopian tube, and there are more chances of fertilization. So it is less expensive option as compared to in vitro fertilization, because fertilization occurs inside the uterus. Because the fertilization occurs inside the female's body in the oviduct. Now, what is the procedure of intrauterine insemination? Again, it is seen that ovulation stimulation medications are given. So, mostly artificial insemination is carried out when there is ovulation or egg is released from the ovary. Semen samples will be washed by the lab in the lab to separate semen from the seminal fluid. Catheter will be utilized, needle-like structure used to insert the sperms directly into the uterus. This process maximizes the number of the sperm cells that are placed in the uterus, increasing the chances of the conception. So here is a diagram of intrauterine insemination. The sperms are washed and with the help of catheter they are introduced into the uterus, so they reach the oviduct and fuses with the egg. Now we will see the different types of ARTs. So in vitro fertilization, eggs are combined in the with the sperm in the lab. Fertilization occurs and the embryo is made up of 2 to 4 cells is removed. Embryo is transferred in the uterus. Then it is known as embryo transfer if it is more than 8 blastomeres. If it is less than 8 blastomeres, it can be placed in the oviduct. Next is gamete intrafallopian transfer. In this, eggs and sperms are collected in a syringe. Then these gametes are transferred into the fallopian tube. Fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube. So zygote intrafallopian transfer. Here the eggs are combined with the sperms in the lab fertilization occurs and a single celled embryo, that is less than 8 blastomeres, and the zygote is transferred into the fallopian tube where it grows normally and travels into the uterus to be implanted. Last is intracytoplasmic sperm injection. A single sperm is used from the man's semen. It is introduced into the egg, and the process is known as intracytoplasmic sperm injection. And after that, the fertilized zygote is transferred to the woman's fallopian tubes or to the uterus. So, the in vitro fertilization occurs outside the body. Gamete intrafallopian transfer occurs inside the body. And in case of zygote intrafallopian transfer, it occurs outside the body. Fertilization occurs outside the body, then it is placed inside the body. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection also occurs outside the body. Now, surrogacy, it is the surrogacy is another is case in which another woman carries and gives birth to the baby for the couples who wants to have a child. It is the carrying of the pregnancy for the intended parents, actual parents. In this, woman agrees to become the pregnant and deliver the child for the contracted party. So there are two methods of surrogacy. One is the traditional method, simplest and least expensive, wherein it is known as is done by artificial insemination. Surrogate mother uses insemination kit to become pregnant and using the intended father's semen. In case of gestational surrogacy, here it is a little complicated and more expensive. Here both the egg and the sperms, they are taken from the parents, a mother and the father, and the uterus of the female um, is utilized because the actual mother is unable to actual mother does has inability of implantation inside her body. So what are the negative aspects of ARTs? Because in this method administration of hormones is given, large number of ovaries to be produced, so that it may also lead to some complications. Risk associated with pregnancies is there. Multiple pregnancies may occur due to large number of ova. Increased risk of premature labor pains. It can also cause premature menopause in the females. There is increased risk of ovarian cancer and more than as compared to the normal females. So, what we have concluded till now is that ART has been the answer for many childless couples. But today there is a range of infertile treatments that aim to ensure the healthy, sustainable pregnancy. But there are still risks, high cost, which are related to ARTs, quite expensive. Special instruments are required. Sterilized conditions are required. So, with the help of these technologies, if the shortcomings are overcome, in future every infertile couple would have the privilege of a parenthood or will have a child. So, thank you. This completes the ARTs.